Hi everyone, welcome to Divine Sacred Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing. And today's message is quite unique. I am not gonna lie. I pulled out some cards for the Divine Feminines, and let me just read out before I integrate these messages for the Divine Masculines. So what I'm seeing is the 222 portal is happening faster than expected for some, and this is for those who are seeing this message at whatever time you're receiving it, it's for you. But there are many things that you're looking back on the past on regards. So I'm thinking that the things that you may be looking back on is lucrative. It's nostalgia. It's abundant. And whilst you learnt the lessons then, Spirit is saying avoid placing them higher than they actually are. And this is for somebody who is deemed to look back and think, why can't it be like that? Why can't we just go back to this place? Why can't he be the way he was then? Why can't this happen the way it happened then? Why isn't it the way it is now? But Spirit is actually saying that that isn't how it actually was. There is a version in your mind. There is a version in the other person's mind. And then there's what really happened. We are always going to have these different perspectives. And the version in your mind you're replaying is the version you want and desire. So there's a slight twist in that. And I'm not saying what you want and desire is not valid, but what I'm seeing here is the divine is reiterating these thoughts have come up because it's your mind playing tricks on you. It's the devil in disguise, if you will, playing on the past and thinking you are needing to stay where you are instead of letting go and moving forwards. This genuinely aligns with the message that we had yesterday. So some of you may be thinking, I need to move forward, but I have to be stepping back on these certain things. You may need to retrain. You may need to move back home. You may need to do things that are taking you out of alignment of your trajectory in your head. But you're forgetting that taking a step back is not going back to the past. It's taking a running start. And that's okay. The net that you cannot see will catch you. So there is this sense of avoiding unnecessary pain, anguish, being in the quiet space so you can seek higher guidance, trust the inner sanctity of your heart. If you're seeing 888 a lot, this is confirmation. When you're seeking that higher guidance, when you want to move forward in a particular way, even in an emergency, you have a second to pause before action. You have a second to deliberate. What is my next move? You don't need to rush. You don't need to be in haste. And if it feels off, trust those intuitive insights. Trust what your heart is telling you. And when you're feeling this abundant energy, divine feminines, where things are replaying from your past, where you are, looking back in nostalgia, we're going to look at the ways it's affecting the divine masculines too, because they're going through this upheaval. I feel that when we are connected to our divine masculines, we are going through a surge of emotions and feelings and upheaval and shakeups, not only on our own, but we're transmuting some of the messages that they're getting too. So what I'm seeing is the divine masculines are also looking back on their past. that they're actually looking at the wins that they have collected. And now they're feeling remorse, pain, because what they thought was lucrative and abundant back then was actually the devil tempting them into disillusion, illusion, distraction. It's almost as if the divine masculines are now becoming aware that the things that really made them happy in the past were fake. They were, the shiny objects weren't gold. And when they really come down to it, they know they've been tempted in different ways and they've been making these choices that weren't in alignment with who they need to be. So even though this connection is protected and watched over by the guards, angels, guardians, ancestors, and spirit team, you divine feminine who are probably listening in have probably heard that we can manifest a person, but they have their free will. We can ask for things, but we can't change people. They have free will. So some of you divine feminines may have understood your divine masculine has free will, but there is a divine intervention regarding the divine masculine's choices. So right now, the divine masculines are being put through their paces towards this new portal because they're not following what they're supposed to. They're not following their life purpose, I just hear. This isn't a choice they've been making. They've been preventing themselves moving forward in the aligned way. Yes, everything happens for a reason. But what the choices that they've been making in their past, and they've been reflecting on this, have all been superficial. They may have come from a good place, but as I said earlier, the divine is emphasizing that not all shiny things are gold. So that's why they come back into this element of reservation, of blocking, of ghosting, of non-communication, because they don't know whether you are just a shiny thing or gold. They see the light in you. You are the light that reflects back to them. You both are emphasizing this higher level of ascension for one another. You trigger each other to ascend higher. You don't trigger each other to push each other down. You don't manipulate and cause each other this harm. That's not a twin flame relationship. That's a karmic relationship. When the divine feminines are in full surrender, when the divine feminines are focusing on themselves, when they are seeing these things happening, that they're looking back at the past and they are wanting to let go, and they are focusing on their higher ascensions, getting into meditations, what I'm seeing is the divine feminines are fully in surrendering mode now. The less they focus on the divine masculines, the more they focus on themselves, the higher and higher they are merging through this portal of the 2-2. And also I'm seeing the leap year. Now, in essence, this year is a leap year. And I didn't actually know that until Spirit just told me. So I had to just check the calendar. And as soon as I said that, it's 10:10. This is a miraculous, extraordinary time because the divine feminines who've been doing the work right now, and technically this is the 20th. So we're already on a 2-2-2 timeline. Pardon me, we're on a 2-2-2-2 timeline. We've got 10:10 showing up. This is a leap year. So the extra day is an extra portal. The divine feminines have been using their intuition to move forward without understanding where they are needing to go. They've let go of the paradigm, the expectation, and just flowing in the sense of what feels good. But the divine masculines who have been put through this really vigorous test, the divine has let the divine masculines go in their own way. They've let them learn those lessons, but there has been something that they haven't quite understood that has led divine intervention to take place. And this is happening now. So divine masculines are being pushed into the 222 portal, the 29 leap year portal, because the energy of the divine feminine's ascension is supporting the divine masculine's journey to ascend higher. So the divine masculines may think they're on their own. They may be looking for higher guidance. And you divine feminines are probably thinking, I'm doing this on my own. I've got my own divine guidance. I'm not focusing on my divine masculine anymore. But wait, I said this in a previous reading. The way you are ascending and moving forward and decluttering, the more you're aligning with your higher self, the more you're connecting in the astral realm and helping your divine masculine ascend to their higher selves. So divine is working in masculine's life to encourage them to pursue the right direction. So if you are a divine feminine who resonates with the energy of divine feminine, because remember, we have both divine masculine and feminine energies. If you're getting numerous confirmations that you're on the right path, the divine masculines are being encouraged to see those distractions, acknowledge what they truly want and what they can have. Because they forget that they can have it all. They've put themselves in a space that has prevented them from seeing what the true golden light is, and from understanding that you are completely different from any other. There is an additional message from the Starseed Oracle that I pulled just now regarding rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So the card is cracked open. Don't let the weight and density of the world squash your tender spirit. Instead, let it call even more of it home into your body at the center front of your life. And through the extreme pressure of life's trials, that diamonds are cultivated. It's when things are at their darkest that we cultivate proper faith and our light is ignited. It is through the crumbling that we can allow our wounds to be alchemized. Let your pain, sorrow, and losses make you, not break you. Let life alchemize your tragedies into gold. Oh my goodness. I hadn't seen this message, but the fact is we're talking about light, we're talking about gold. This is be open to being cracked open, divine masculines. Be open to be opened, wide open. It's the difficult times that help us grow in leaps and bounds. Literally, I just said this earlier this morning. This is insane. Allow those difficult times to help you grow in leaps and bounds in ways you could only dream were possible. But first, crack yourself open. And sometimes it's going to hurt like hell. It's nature's way, the way every single life has to be cracked through the egg. If you crack the egg, they're not going to have enough. The little hatchlings, the little turtles, whatever they are, they're not going to have enough strength to make their journey to survive. That first crack, the emergence of the egg, is their biggest test of survival, is their first test of survival. It's nature's way. So really, this is a reminder to let you know this is your way, that the universe is allowing you to be cracked open into the light. And it does sometimes hurt like hell. And whether you let it happen or not, it's going to happen. This is divine just reiterating. The divine masculines have been reserved in the way that they needed to be cracked open. They've taken a different route. But it's going to happen anyway, divine masculines. Surrender to the process, and that's how the light gets in. Crack your heart open, a space which is created for your soul to be more full. So your soul can enter into this space. When your soul is cracked open, there is a space that is created for the grace of the Holy Spirit to enter. So let your trials, let your sorrows, let your pains and your losses transform you into more and more of yourself. So with those cards that we had of looking back at the past, and, you know, you could be looking at the good things, but you also could be looking at the bad things. Stay open to the possibilities that your tragedies, your losses, your sorrows, your hurt have happened for you, not to you. Bless the thing that broke you down. Bless the thing that cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Surrender to this alchemy of life. And I just wanted to add in a few more messages from Spirit that actually, when you, Divine Feminine, have gone into in the way you have stepped into your inner light, into the way of illuminating your gifts, your talents, your skills. I looked at the bottom of the deck and we had the Ace of Cups. When you have been cracked open into the alchemy of life, letting your soul shine, let it be lit by the Holy Spirit, you've opened to this level of unconditional love. Meeting your twin flame has allowed you to open yourself to unconditional love. But we also have a 6 here. 6 is unconditional love. We've got the 6 of Swords. Pardon me, the 6 of Wands. But I also saw the 6 of Wands at the bottom of another deck. So we've got 6 here. This is unconditional love amplified. We've got the Ace of Cups, the 6 of Wands, the 6 of Wands. They are 3 of the most profound cards that talk about unconditional love. This is victory. This is everything is working in your favor, that miracles, blessings, opportunities are for you. And it's coming in. It's coming in when you least expect it, because when I flipped the cards, there's the 2 of Cups. We have the 2 of Cups twice. And as soon as I heard the 2, I just heard 3, 2, 1. I just heard. This was like 3, 2, 1. It's coming. Oh my gosh, I just literally had a sense from Spirit. You know, when you're in hide and seek mode and you trust your divine masculine to go hide, and then you can go find them. You're trusting, you're having faith that you'll find them. So you had to let them go. You had to close your eyes. You had to be in the dark. You had to be in the shadows. You had to clear all of the anguish, all the ways that had broken you, so you can step into this level of unconditional love. And when you say 3, 2, 1, I'm coming. This is the 2 of Cups on the 2 of Cups. You are always supposed to take your time counting so they can find a good place to hide. And when they find a good place to hide in their shadows will come up and they're waiting. Your divine masculine's waiting for you to find them. They've been in the shadows, and sometimes the shadows have helped them break down some of the old fears, the wounds. Listening to themselves in the silence is difficult. But you, Divine Feminine, had led the way. Because even if they didn't trust themselves, they trusted you. Their higher self, spirit, source energy, God, trusted you, Divine Feminines, to find the way. You are here as the Empress. And the Hanged Man is here to say the more you went inwards, the more you aligned with source energy. That was the key. That was the language of love. That was the language of unconditional love. And we've got the 2-2. We've got the Two of Cups twice. Honestly, you look at 4 different decks, and how many cards is that? Because we've got 72 cards in every deck. For 2 cards to come up as duplicates, it's very rare, but it seems to be happening a lot on this channel. And I didn't realize the bottom of the other deck. I'm going to cry. We've got the Emperor. Of course, we've got the Empress and the Emperor here. This is the most profound reading I've had in a very long time. And as I look at the spirit energies, the languages of light, number 33, soul love came through. The more you dig into yourself, divine feminines, the more your light will attract that unconditional love. I almost don't want to leave the reading there, but that was such a big message. If you resonated with that, please let me know, because it's not going to resonate with everyone, but this was pretty magical to get a confirmation that divine feminines, you've been putting in the work. You've been putting in the work towards this 2-2 portal, towards this leap year, towards this new beginning within yourself, so you can birth this creation. So everything you've been doing in separation has almost been a beautiful sentiment, a beautiful confirmation that you are a bright light, and your divine masculine knows it too. They just didn't understand that you were also mirroring them, that they were mirroring you, that you're both ascended lights of being on this earth. And when you come together, you're going to be of higher service than you can ever imagine. This is a keeper. This is definitely a keeper. Save this. Come back to this, because it's such a beautiful. I did not expect the end of this message to go this way, especially the start of the cards when there were such heavy cards. I send you so much love. Bye for now.